I'm early. I'm early just because I am going to have to be probably sitting on my doctor's door at 8 o'clock this morning. This is the deal. Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell y'all at 8 o'clock. How are y'all? Y'all good? Can I tell you how thankful I am for y'all? I feel like my life has changed so much since meeting y'all. And I'm so thankful that that we can join together every Monday and Wednesday at 7 a.m. I'm thankful that, you know, on the outside of my live, the thumbnail, let me read what it says. I've built more relationships with people by being open about my struggles than ever could have pretended like I had it all together. And like, I'm so thankful that I can be myself and tell y'all how jacked up I am. And my honesty has developed so many friendships to say, you know what? You're not alone. I'm jacked up too, you know? I'm very thankful for you guys being so diligent about following me. And a lot of y'all have watched me grow since you've been following me. And I could not grow without you. You telling people about me, there's been times when I've been on other channels watching lives and y'all mention me. And when y'all do that, when y'all talk about me, you help me grow. And I just, I'm just thankful. I feel so thankful this morning. Did y'all like my lip? Isn't that pretty? Look, it's a blood blister all the way up to here. And every time I eat, my lip bleeds. Yeah. So it looks like I need to wipe that off, but it doesn't come off. It's a blood blister. Only me. Only me. What time is it? We have 2 minutes before everybody gets here. Good morning, everyone. Heidi, I saw that you're having a biopsy. I will pray for y'all. Pray for you. Also, Retha Charlotte, she's one of the backup dancers. She's here all the time. She's a big supporter of me. She fell yesterday and is in the hospital. She broke her back, and she sent me a email from the hospital asking for prayers for her injury, her back. So if you will please keep Retha in your prayers. Deborah, is it Deborah? Deborah? I got bit by a chicken. How many people can say, I got bit by a chicken and I have a blood blister? Yeah, please be praying for Retha. She's been a big supporter of my page, and I'm going to get a tetanus shot today. Yeah. So is it 8 o'clock? We have 1 minute. We have 1 minute. Where is everybody? Everybody in the bed? We have half the people that we normally have. Maybe it's because I went early. I'm not going to get, you're not late. I'm early. You're not late. I'm early. I just got on here early. But I was going to wait till right at 8 o'clock. I mean, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I don't even know what time it is. Okay, let's get started. Yesterday, you know how I tell you guys to distract, you need, like when you're struggling mentally, you need to find a distraction. Okay. And so I was trying to find a distraction yesterday because I was having a hard time mentally. So I went outside and I started trimming the rose bushes. And I'm filming the whole time I'm, talking to y'all as I'm cutting the rose bushes. Because it's February. You trim rose bushes in February. Well, normally we have what are they called? The electric hedge clippers, you know what I'm talking about? And normally Shane does it. But I bought new little clippers, hand clippers. And so I was out there cutting the rose bushes with these little bitty hand clippers. Okay. And so I got a couple of thorns in my hand. As a matter of fact, I filmed it. I showed y'all the thorn that I got in my hand, and I just pulled it straight out. It wasn't, I mean, it hurt for a minute, but I pulled it out. It didn't break off anything. Well, my hand is swelled up, and I can't move my fingers at all. And the pain is going all the way down my forearm. And I don't know if you can see how swollen it is. These two fingers right here are so swelled up. You can see that my knuckle, I can't move my hand at all. And I was up all night. And if I move my hand just a little bit, I'm on the floor crying. It is so painful. So after I get off my live, I'm going to let animals out with my one hand, and I will be sitting on the doctor's office's door going, I need a tetanus shot, and my hand is jacked up. I took Benadryl last night. It didn't touch it. It hurts so bad. And if I drop my hand down, like walk with my hands down beside my side, it is throbbing like crazy. But I don't know. There's not a thorn in here. There's not a thorn. Because I pulled the whole, as a matter of fact, Shane and I got on my video watching me pull out the whole entire thorn. So there's not like there's a thorn left in my hand. I don't know what's wrong. I'm obviously having some type of allergic reaction, but it is very painful. So I'm going to go. I don't know if y'all can y'all tell how swollen it is? This son of a gun hurts like crazy. And I have to keep my arm elevated like this, or I am throbbing and I can't function. So needless to say, it's all I can do to brush my hair, more or less put on makeup this morning. I will not be doing nothing this morning but answering your questions about oh, Teresa, is that dangerous? I've never had this happen. It's so bad because I can't even I can't move my hand at all. Like Shane's like, try to move your hand. I can't. It's like stuck. It's stuck. Anyway, enough about my hand. So I am one hand Judy today and will not be doing anything but getting a tetanus shot for getting bit by a chicken. And I don't know what they're going to do about this, but something has to be done because I am in a lot of pain. As long as I'm like this, it's not as bad. But if I try to swing my arm down and walk, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Okay. About my video yesterday. What questions do y'all have for me? I've gotten a lot of questions that I can answer. Your biggest concern was the group home, the center. We don't call them the group home. We call them the center. Your biggest concern was the center. So the center will still be coming to my farm because they're just volunteers. They're not, it's not like I'm open to the public and they're like doing a tour in my farm. I don't know if they're able to go out to my farm. I have a meeting. So let me tell you what happened. Let's back up. So, yeah, I'm going to my doctor this morning. I'm not even calling. I'm going straight there. You're speaking words. I don't know what those words mean, Teresa. Is it dangerous? Obviously, it is dangerous because look at my hand. Okay. So when you're a petting zoo, you're kind of friends with other petting zoos. Okay. So, like, you kind of got each other's back. So I have a lot of friends that have petting zoos as well. And so there's friends of mine that have USDA license because they have exotic animals like kangaroos. Like my two friends that have the USDA, they have capybaras and they have kangaroos. So they have to get USDA certified. One of them says it was a breeze for her. The other one says it's a nightmare. My other petting zoo friend also had to get his USDA license because he had kangaroos. And so it's been a nightmare for him. Well, they did, when you are USDA licensed, they just do random pop-in visits. And I'll give you an example. This guy was at a school doing a field trip. The USDA showed up at his petting zoo on his premises. He had, when they show up, you have 30 minutes to show up on your property or you get fined. So he had to leave the field trip at school, leave all those kids hanging, and come directly home because USDA was at his door. So it's a lot of stress when you have USDA license, from what I hear. So, basically, he called me because the USDA showed up at his house and they began to tell him he has peacocks and he has pheasants. And they begin to tell him that there is this new law where you have to be USDA certified if you have peacocks and pheasants. And him, being a friend of mine, called and told me. So I am a nonprofit and I am by the books. I am not doing anything illegal. You know, people would love to sue me, right? I mean, if they're going to sue going through the drive-through at McDonald's for getting hot coffee, they're going to sue a petting zoo, right? So I have to be real careful and I have to do things by the book. So I personally called the USDA myself. They did not show up here. No one turned me in. I called them myself. And the reason I called them myself is because the last thing I want to do is something illegal. So I called and had a long conversation with them about my petting zoo, what animals I have, how I run my farm. And they begin to tell me that yes, because I have peacocks and pheasants, I have to have a USDA license. Okay. So, what does that entail? A lot. There has to be a lot of changes going on at my farm. As a matter of fact, I have a USDA inspector calling me this week to tell me all the changes that have to take place on my farm. But I Googled I went on the USDA website to find out what all has to happen. And part of what has to happen is the animals have to be behind an enclosure. I ain't got time. I'm going to be honest with you. My time is very stretched. Y'all know this. I have a declining dad that lives in my house that is my responsibility, and there's not a caregiver but me. So I cannot handle mentally all these changes in my farm that the government is going to put upon me. Like what type of enclosure I can have for the peacocks. I've already bought everything. So the peacock enclosure that you build has to be a certain square footage to meet their standards. Okay. I can't handle it, y'all, mentally. I'm going to be honest. Did they come to my farm and demand all this? No. But I can't handle them saying you have to have X amount of fence up. Shane and I put this beautiful fence up, I don't know, a year and a half ago. I'm not redoing my fence. First of all, I don't have the funds to redo my fence. I'm not doing it. Another thing that you have to do when you're USDA certified is you have to put together an evacuation plan. Okay? What that means is if there was a tornado that came to Coleman, how am I evacuating my animals and where are they going? Okay? Which means Shane and I would have to buy a trailer and evacuate all the animals if, I don't know, a storm came. Okay, half the time, I'm here by myself, okay? I'm going to be honest. I cannot physically go out to my farm and evacuate all my animals by myself. It ain't happening. And where are they going? I mean, you have to get another farm to allow you to bring your animals to their farm. That seems impossible to me. I can't do that. I can't. And there's a lot more to it than just that. You know, I've worked hard to train my animals to allow people to go into my fence. A lot of people are not Judy fans. And when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about farm people. From the day I opened, let me back up. From the day I became a nonprofit, farms ripped me a new one. They don't have nice things to say about me. And as a matter of fact, I have a new children's book that's coming out, and it talks about people say Judy's not a farmer. And it talks about me having to basically ignore those comments. And instead, I got on my knees and pray, and I went about my business. And I lost a lot of farm friends the day I became nonprofit. And as a matter of fact, you guys have watched me on social media get ripped a new one. I don't know what I'm doing. All kinds of things. I don't treat my animals right. All these crazy things. And I've had to learn to ignore that and instead get on my knees and pray and go about my business. And when you're a people pleaser, that's hard to do. And I hope somehow today in this live, you can relate to me. Do people come at you? Did they tell you, I don't know, bad things that you are? You know, they say negative things about how your personality, or you got a big mouth. I don't know, whatever they say about you. Are you like me and get your feelings hurt and have to get on your knees and pray and go about your business? Me too. And for the past 5 years, that's what I've had to do. They make fun of me for putting on my makeup. Why is a farmer getting ready in the morning? Why is a farmer wearing diamond earrings? Why is a farmer, you know, because I'm Judy and I don't try to be like other people. I'm myself. And if that person was sitting in front of me and go, why do you put your makeup on? You're a farmer. You know why? Because I wake up jacked up every single day. Because I fight depression. And I have to figure out ways to get out of the bed and get me going. That's why. I realize I make absolutely no sense to a farmer. And I don't want to be like other people. I want to be the best version of Judy. The best version of Judy requires me to get up, take a shower, fix my hair, and put on makeup. Otherwise, I'm not dancing. I realize that makes no sense to a lot of people. But at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for me. And it doesn't matter that I don't make sense to you, because I don't make sense to a lot of people. And that's okay, because I don't have to. At the end of the day, I have to be myself. And when I look like this with no makeup on, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. You may sit here and say, Judy, you look beautiful with no makeup on. It doesn't matter. I mean, I really appreciate the comments, but at the end of the day, it matters what I think. And what I think is I need to be the best version of myself. In order to do that, I have to get up and get ready. What makes you the best version of you? You probably don't make sense to a lot of people either. And at the end of the day, we're not trying to impress other people. We're trying to be the best version of ourselves. We're not here to serve other people. We're here to serve our Creator. And in order to be the best version of Judy, these are the things that I have to do to take care of myself. And for the people that don't fight depression, I'm sure it's like, what? You have to put on makeup? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm sorry, but yes, I do. I do. Because that helps me be the best. It helps me have a little giddy up in my go. And also, you have to remember, I'm open to the public, right? I've been open to the public. People that are strangers are coming into my farm. And I don't feel good when I look like this and there's complete strangers wanting to take pictures with me. That's going in their baby books. Okay? There's people out here that are seeing chickens for the first time, and the mom and dad are snapping pictures with me and their child, and the pictures are going in the baby book. What do I want to be remembered looking like this for the rest of my life, for their life? No. I want to leave a good impression. Looking like this is not the best version of Judy. It's not. So, you know, people that are farmers are not that are not open to the public, it's different. I'm different. I have totally enjoyed myself being open to the public. When I go back and look at pictures of me with the kids dancing, the kids out here laying on my animals, it brings such joy to me. It does. And I haven't been emotional about it at all because I am right now talking about it to you because I am turning a new chapter. I'm not sad about this new road that I'm going on. It's a new chapter in my life. And I can remember going live and telling y'all that if God took everything away from me, would I still serve him? Would I still trust that God is in control if he decided to take everything away from me? Do y'all remember me saying that in my live? If God took everything away from me, just like he did Job, would I still trust? And would I still serve him? He is taking this part of my farm away. It's something that I enjoy. It's something that I love. But I am being given other responsibilities. Those responsibilities are Larry, or is Larry. It's hard. It's hard. But I'm going to tell you something. I feel in my heart this decision is the right decision for me. Y'all, if you could come and live in my guest room for 1 week and follow me around like a shadow, you would sit here and go, how does she do what she does? For the past 2 weeks, I've been by myself. Shane has been hunting for 2 weeks. I've been by myself, holding this house down. It's hard. It's hard trying to be open to the public, try to run a business, try to, do the farm chores in the mornings, in night. I got Larry. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm spread too thin. And I'm not being the best version of Judy doing all that I'm doing. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And I'm stressed out. And it's not good. And something had to change. And I feel like with the USDA and all this that's happening, I feel like it's like God is shutting that door. I have no idea what's fixing to happen. It feels a little scary. I'm not going to lie. It feels scary. I worry about paying for this. That's what I worry about. That's my biggest fear. When there's a big change in your life and you don't know how this is going to work, it feels scary. I think that's normal. But I trust so much in God that I know He's got my back. There's no way that God would allow that education center to be built for Him to just shut the doors on everything. Don't you agree? Do you think that God would allow 104,000 people to follow my Facebook page? And I don't know, almost 25,000 subscribers on Facebook. Do you think that He would allow all that to grow without a purpose? No. He wouldn't have brought me this far to just throw me in the ground. I feel like if you really sit and think about it, God has this huge plan for me that I can't see right now. As a matter of fact, if you've been with me for a while, I gave you my testimony about moving to Coleman, and I'm going to just touch on it a little bit. But basically, I got married and lived in Stapleton. I started Stapleton Fitness, which was this little fitness class that was in my community, and I had the best friends in Stapleton. I had my dream house in Stapleton. I had the country front porch wrapped all the way around my house. I had 6 acres, gorgeous land, beautiful community. I lived at the beach. What more could I want? And then Shane came home one day and said, Judy, I got an opportunity to move. What? Okay. And I'm like, okay, where? And he's like, Decatur, Coleman. Beach, Coleman. Heck freaking no, is what I was thinking in my head. Oh, heck no, I am not doing that. The beach, Coleman, no way. And I sat there and prayed over his pillow every single day, begging God not to take me from Coleman. Not to take me from Stapleton. I mean, every morning, diligently, I was on my knees going, Dear God, please, you have no idea. I love my house. Dear God, you don't understand. I have the best friends here in Stapleton. Please do not take me from here. And one by one, Shane got the job. Our house sold in 24 hours. And I was like, God, you don't understand. Please. Next thing you know, I'm in a U-Haul headed to Coleman. Now, can you imagine if God answered my prayer and I stayed in Stapleton? I didn't have any animals in Stapleton. I would have missed this whole opportunity because I was begging for my will. I was begging for God to leave me in Stapleton. I couldn't see that God had this huge plan for me. I was thinking in my head, this is all about Shane. Shane wants to move. Shane wants to do this. Doesn't matter what Judy thinks. That's what I was doing. And because I went through that and I saw that, y'all, we weren't moving to Coleman for Shane's job. We were moving to Coleman because God had this big plan for me that I couldn't see. And because I went through that, I remember that. And right now, as I sit here and go through this big, huge change, I'm able to go, I remember what happened in Stapleton. And God has a bigger plan for me that is going to be outrageous. You think it was great seeing all those kids in my farm? Just wait till you see what God has planned for my life. I have no idea what that looks like. I have no clue what I'm fixing to be up against. But I know from past experiences, if I trust in Him and trust this change, even though I don't understand, I do not understand why God is shutting my farm. I do not get it. But I trust so much, and I'm going to be diligent. And I think at the end of this, you guys staying here with me are going to see God work. And I think there'll be a time in your life where you see this big change happening with you and you're not going to understand it. But I feel like God is using me to show you his goodness. Because there's a lot of times that we go through things and we don't understand. We don't understand at all. But if we put our trust and go, things are happening for a reason. I don't understand it. I'm scared to death, but I'm going to keep trusting. And I'm going to keep being the best version of Judy. And instead of worrying about this, I'm going to keep working on myself. I'm going to keep getting up, dancing, making a difference somehow, some way. And at the end of the day, I'm going to see how God is continuing to change my life. And I feel like this is how I'm feeling. I feel like God is shutting the door to my farm because he's opening my door on social media, and I'm able to reach people from all over the world. People that would never be able to come to my farm because of a disability or because of finances. I wish I could come. I feel like he's opening Sneed's farmhouse to more people, but it looks like he's shutting the door. It does. It looks like he's closing my farm. He ain't. He's not closing my farm. My farm is not going anywhere. It's not like all my animals got taken from me. I feel like he's going to change your lives. I honestly feel like that. I feel like he is going to give me more time to spend with you. I feel like that. I think he's going to allow you to see me more and see how jacked up I am and go, you're not alone. You're not alone. If you're over there lonely, guess what? You're going to be with me. You don't have to dance alone. I'm here with you. And I feel like he's opening the doors for us to develop more of a relationship. I feel like that I am not going to stop doing tours. I feel like the tours are just shifting. The tours are going to be online now. And maybe it seems different, and it is going to be different, but I feel in my heart, if we all will sit here and trust, no one's sad. Be excited about what God's fixing to do for all of us. Because I feel like this is fixing to be amazing. Shane is in shock. Shane is like, you're doing what? You're closing your farm. I am. Do you need to call your counselor, Judy? Something's not right. Like something's off with you mentally. Why? Wait, like what? You're closing your doors? Yes, I am. Shane, I'm stretched too thin. Something has to give. It's not going to be Larry. It's not going to be my animals. It's going to be opening to the public. Okay, I do need to tell you something. And I hope that you read through the lines. I hope you read through the lines. I can't be open to the public, but friends can come to my farm. So, if you're like, I hate that you closed because I wanted to come meet you in person and I wanted to come meet Leroy. Friends can still come to my farm. Friends can. I just can't be open to the public. So, in other words, you can't go to my website anymore and book. You can't because my farm's not open to the public. But friends still can visit my farm. So instead of me being open to the public, I get to share my farm with my friends. So, with that being said, this does not affect the center at all. They're coming every single Wednesday unless they tell me otherwise. But they're my friends. They don't pay to come here. They're my friends. As a matter of fact, they're one of my best friends, every one of them. We have been together for 3 years, every Wednesday. So they will not be coming this week because they have a Valentine party. But starting next week, they will come because they're my friends. And the only thing I've got to figure out, and I'm going to need your help. I'm a nonprofit. And I've got to figure out, because a lot of people, I did free field trips. People with autism came here free. That was part of my nonprofit. So I've got to figure out my nonprofit. Now, I laugh when people say this. Judy, you have too many chickens. It's almost like you're a hoarder. And I chuckle inside. I chuckle because that's social media for you. They see me with 100 chickens. Judy, you have too many animals. They don't know that I'm feeding the less fortunate in Coleman, Alabama. All my eggs are donated to Caring for Kids, my neighbors, whoever needs them. They're donated. So when you see 100 chickens around my farm and you think that I'm a chicken hoarder or whatever the word is, or Judy, you need to get rid of your chickens, I am feeding the families in my community. So that is part of my nonprofit too, is I donate my eggs. There are a couple of people that beg me to let them buy eggs for me, and I will do that from time to time, and they'll send me a donation. But for the most part, for the past year, my eggs have been donated to people that need them. Caring for Kids is a nonprofit organization here in Coleman. They feed over 900 families a month. Those chickens that you see running in my farm are feeding my community. You see how people can't see the big picture and people jump to conclusion? They jump to conclusion. The good thing is I get to enjoy the chickens running around, and they feed a community with their eggs. So I have got to figure out the whole nonprofit. My plan is to meet with my CPA and talk with him. I don't know where God's leading me with the nonprofit. I don't know exactly how I'm going to be giving back. I'm not sure. I don't know where this is going, but I'm just going to keep trying to work on myself, be the best version of myself, and see where this all leads. But I hope that you'll be a part of this, and I hope that you'll see what all God is doing at Sneed's Farmhouse. I do. You see that? Y'all, this hurts so bad. I'm trying to, I don't even know if y'all can y'all see all that? Can you believe my hand looks like this? You know what I sit here and think about? I do have to say this, but I bought all this stuff for my gift shop. Nobody's going to be coming. So I was like, I guess I could, I don't know, donate. I got a rose thorn. I was cutting rose bushes yesterday and got a thorn in my hand, and then my hand swelled up. I don't know. It's not good. It hurts very badly. What questions do y'all have for me? I wished I didn't have to go to the doctor with my hair looking like this, but Retha, you're here. I asked everyone to pray for you, Retha. Are you okay? I'm going to the urgent care as soon as I let my animals out. They don't open till 8. So I'm getting off here. The whole online store, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not tech savvy and I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I would do an online store, but I got a clue. I don't have a clue how to do it. Mindy from the center got moved to a regular room. She walked the whole thing of the floor. She drank a Grape Eco and is doing 100% better. Just to let you know. Okay, Lisa, collecting eggs. This is the deal with my collecting eggs, okay? Is my chickens have nesting boxes, and I would have to, if I went and collected eggs and did a video and I was raw with you and showed you where they lay, it would not be pretty, because they'll have a beautiful nesting box and they choose to lay their eggs in unpleasant places. Let's just put it that way. My chickens are kind of, so it's not, I mean, I could like set up a scene and pretend. Okay, let me say this. When you're a creator, if I was to go around and film exactly what happens, I would get You're nasty. I can't believe your chickens laying that. When we, like, let's say that there's a pig laying in the barn, okay? You have to clean everything and put out fresh shavings before you film. Because if we filmed exactly what happens, we would get beat up on social media. Trust me. If our water troughs are not perfect when we film, we're going to get the crap beat out of us on social media. So when we film and we're creators, there's a lot of work that goes into creating content. Because if we go out there and say we're filming and then we go back and watch a video, and let's just say we see like something in the corner, we're like, oh shoot, there's freaking crap in the water trough. I can't use this film. We have to do that. It's hard being a creator. It is a full-time job. But when I collect eggs, most of the time I'm on an Easter egg hunt. I've got to go hunt. You know what? I'll video, and we'll see what happens. Let's go collect these eggs, and the eggs are sitting in doo-doo. And people will be like, she doesn't clean her chicken coop. She is nasty. Nasty. Oh, goodness. Let's do. I'll film it. We'll see what happens. People will be unsubscribing to my page because they'll think I'm nasty. I feel like this is swelling by the minute. Thank you, Mary. Mindy is doing well. She there for a while, we were all scared to death. It was not good. She was having internal bleeding. She was having to get in chest tubes. She ended up getting 2 chest tubes. It was not good. She had blood clots in her lung. It was just a touch and go situation. But she has come out on the other side, and I believe that everything's better. I believe that all the prayers they've been saying about Mindy, I believe it's word. Deb, I'm going as soon as I do the animals. I got to go tell Larry what's going on, give Larry his medicine, and then I'm going directly to the doctor because it is, you see how it's white? I mean, I can't move my hand. It's crazy that a thorn can do this. Yeah, I think I am going to end early. Because I need to go out there, and after I go to the doctor, I'm not going to leave y'all hanging. I will tell you what the doctor said. It's just crazy that a thorn can do this. But I told Shane last night, I was like, do I need to go to the ER? But then I know that the thorn is not stuck in there because I pulled the whole thorn out and it did not break. I don't know, but I will go live again today. I will, and I will keep you guys updated. Okay, I love you. Do not worry about me. I am not sad about closing to the public. As a matter of fact, I feel like a ton has been lifted off my shoulders. I do. And I'm okay with everything that's happened. I've not shed a tear other than talking to y'all about it. I'm very confident and I trust in God and I know this is his will and I know everything's going to be okay. It is. Okay. I'll go live sometime today. I love you guys. Remember, you have choices in life. You can sit it out. Sitting it out is feeling sorry for yourself, going, I had to close my farm. Oh my God. That's sitting it out. Dancing is being the best version of yourself and going, you know what? God's got this. And I know he does. It's going to be a beautiful story at the end. I'll see you guys. Love you. Bye.